Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Which one of these catch basins actually works the best? I'm showing you a big 12 by 12 and a small round 6 by 6. This is going to be installed on Schedule 40 PVC. This is not that easy to do, but I'll walk you through it and I guarantee you can do this yourself. So basically, right here where we're at, there's a big low spot in the yard, and every time it rains, it just floods this area. I showed you vertical drainage, and that works great, but this is a very large area that floods, and we need the horizontal drain here, and that's going to be one of these catch basins. Take a look at how we install this.
So let's install some catch basins onto Schedule 40 PVC and you can see how much work it really is. We need a pretty good area to work, so we need to have a little bit more room than you think. And right here's our Schedule 40. We need to expose this entire area. The next thing I like to use is just a kick sod cutter. If you don't know what this is, it's just like a machine, but you can actually kick this thing. It's going to cut a really nice piece of sod, roll it up, set it off to the side. This is available at most good tool rental places. Works really good. Just kick it. You can see it just takes that sod right off. Then you can just roll it up. And set it out of the way. So now we've got a good area to dig and work in right here. Makes it really simple. So we've got our sod removed. Let's go ahead and dig this a little bit wider because we need a lot of room to work here. So remember, this is going to be a really tight fit. It's got to fit directly onto this other piece of Schedule 40 down here. Okay, here's our fitting. And you can see we're going to actually install a drain coming from that direction over this way. So we need to make a cut on the inside of this coupling to these marks right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Make a mark. Now you could use a hacksaw, and I'm going to use a hacksaw just to show you, but if you have a reciprocating saw, it's much better. The secret to using that saw is you cut clean through. In other words, you cut all the way through and don't stop. But if you have a reciprocating saw, it's a lot easier. So it looks like we're going to make a measurement right here, but in fact, we're going to make the measurement to cut through back here just a little ways, and I'll show you why in just a second. So we're going to cut it on that C. Perfect, perfect. Clean off these little burrs that are all around the edges. And we need to make this just a little bit wider. So let's widen it up. Now we can slide the no hub over the top of the Schedule 40 and push it all the way back. We need enough room to be able to put this piece of this fitting down onto the next pipe. We can hook that right up. Perfect. Now we need a measurement to go from the end of this PVC to inside of this piece right here. This is the tough part. Let's get that measurement. I like to just use my saw and cut off a little piece. Looks like it's going to be right there by the end. Let's cut that off. Clean off the burrs. Now we've got to lift this pipe to get this piece in here. Let's lift it up. It's heavy. And get this piece inside until it drops directly in spot, in line, till it drops directly in line with your no hub. And then you can slide your no hub over this fitting. Kind of hard to get started, but once you do, you've got that. Now you can tighten it up. And we've got a really tight connection right there. So we'll widen this up a little bit so that we can add our section of pipe to this, and we'll be able to tie right into this drain. Okay, first let's go ahead and set up the big 12 by 12. And this is just a small demonstration, but hook up your PVC. This is Schedule 40 PVC. You can see it snaps right into that adapter. And we're just going to hook it up into this T that we just installed. So you can see we're at proper grade. Here's the lowest portion of the yard. We're just below the top of grade, so that when we put all this back and sod back on the top, water will run across the yard, drop into the system, come over to the pipe, and be carried away. So what about the little 6x6? How are we going to fit that on there? Let's take this off. So I'm just showing you a double outlet. There's single outlets as well. Schedule 40 PVC, it snaps right in place, the same as the other one. Snaps in place, goes into the pipe. And we can use our adapter and we can cut that off to any grade that we want. We could use an atrium grate to put on the top, or we could use the regular black or green grate. They have green grates as well. Let's go ahead and make a cut here so you can see how easy this is. So first we need to get the measurement. We stick this guy down in there, and then we see where grade is. And it's really not that much difference, but we still need to cut it off. So you'll notice it has a couple of little bumps here. We need to make sure we add that to our measurement as well. Looks like it's going to be right there at the top of that line. Let's cut that off. A reciprocating saw works much better. Okay, so we've made our cut. We just need to clean these burrs off of here so that it fits nicely. Go ahead and set it in your basin. Make sure it gets down to the bottom And there you go. We have perfect fall coming from all directions into that basin. You could actually just take a piece of fabric, wrap it around the outlet side, and backfill. That will just allow more groundwater into your system. But it's really that simple. We've got great fall coming from all directions into that catch basin. Good fall coming over to the main line, water direction. Pretty simple, right? Okay, which one of those catch basins actually worked the best? Did you notice that the outline is 4 inches? It's the same on both catch basins. It doesn't make any difference how big the catch basin is or how deep it is. If the outline is exactly the same, then no matter how much water drops into that basin, only that much water can come out. You know, at least 3 or 4 times a week, I receive a phone call or an email that is talking about their drainage problem and how no one will even show up to do the job. No one will come out and actually do the work to solve the problem because they don't know how. They always refer, they say you should try Apple Drains, and you know, of course they might be in Seattle, but they still call, and we have live help available. You've probably seen the ads. Live help works really good. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.